So this is the kale that I started. Well, it was growing in the late summer, early fall, and this is what I managed to keep alive, even though it is now the sort of the middle of February 2021. This is just some mint that's also managed to continue. This is the remnants of some onions, maybe a few garlics. And this is the remnants of some lettuce, and this also. And my lettuce grew here by the lettuce that I had grown went to seed, and seeded during the late summer, early fall. And this is some more lettuce that came by seed, and there were a lot of lettuce that came up because the lettuce from the spring went to seed. This bin, for instance, was full of a lot of lettuce. This bin had a lot more here, but this is what survived. Both of these bins were full of lettuce that came from seed, and as I've shown you, this is what has survived by covering with the lids to keep a little warmer when there was snow and ice on the ground. This is the oregano. My oregano, this is the second year that it's grown like this, and it'll be ready to transplant to a different location as it's getting to be spring. And here's the rest of it. I actually had one bin the end of the last winter, and it became both of these bins, and now I have two bins the ending of this winter that I can transplant. This is the remnants of the cabbage, which of course I'll pull up. It lasted through most of the winter, and it actually lasted through last winter and grew a lot in this bin and in this bin. But now it's going to be time to pull it up. So I'm coming back to the kale. This kale also seeded itself. I did not plant this. It came from kale that I planted last early spring, and it came up through the year and then seeded. So you can see what's happened. And once again, I covered this with the lids when there was ice, snow, or below freezing temperatures, and where there have been pockets of warmth, the plants have managed to survive. So from this, I can learn, as still a young gardener, how plants do through the winter versus the whole seasons, which plants are hardier and do better, and that it doesn't always need a hothouse, although I would love to have one, and I plan to do something like that. But this shows some other ways that we can help the plants survive even if we don't have a heater or a hothouse. And as long as we're watching the temperature of the plants, which ones are doing well, and where there's some pockets of warmth, then we can provide for that during the winter months.